Assalamualaikum friends. Today I'm gonna show you that how we will design truss. So here you are seeing an example of truss. This was given to us and we have to solve it. So here you can see there are our specifications, and there you see here the specification already given to us. So we have to use this kind of steel, and look, the modulus of elasticity is given to 29,000 KSI by LAN ratio. And the other thing they have shown us that we have to use W6 by 12 members of steel. And another thing, our Fy will be 36. Similarly, the specification for concrete are also given. So another thing is we have to review steel member stresses due to self-weight plus live load, but we have to use this time AISC AST 89 for our design and analysis. So here is the configuration of truss which we have to analyze. So let's move to the software. So here is the SAP. So we have to design it through Sap2000. So what I have to do, I'm going to start a new model from here, and I am using, first I have to fix the units. So I'm using kip, feet and Fahrenheit, and now I'm using grid only here. Here I have to draw the grids according to my requirement. So I will have 4 in X direction grids, and in Y direction I will be requiring 2, and in Z direction I will be requiring 2. Similarly, in X direction my distance will be 12 feet as given in the figure. My Y direction figure, let's suppose it's not given in the figure, but let me assume it to be 30 feet, right? And now in Z direction our height is 12 and 15, so right now let me take it as 12 feet. So press OK. So here is our, so here are our grids. I'm just zooming in these things to make a clear. So this is the configuration of our grid lines, and same will be the there for trusses. So now what I have to do, I have to first define the materials. So I'm just defining the materials. I have already shown you that how will we define that. So there we are using concrete. So I'm adding a material of concrete here. Let me just change it into concrete of 4 KSI, right? And all the things are same. Our modulus of elasticity is given, and our modulus of elasticity is 3600 KSI. So let me see that it is 36. Yeah, this is round about 36, so let me just write it as 3600 KSI. So Python ratio was 0.2 and it's as radiation, so everything is fine. So concrete is what we are using is our 4 KSI. So now press OK over here. And the next thing is I have to add another material. So here I am just adding a steel. So let me just name it steel. So here are some 29,000 KSI its elasticity modulus, and 0.3 is the Poisson ratio, and weight per unit volume is the same. And look, it's 36 to 58. Its Fy is 36 KSI minimum, and the minimum tensile strength is 58. So we are using just 36 KSI here. Steel. That's okay. So steel is added. Now if I just add a new quick material, so no need of it. So okay. So now press OK over here. So now just go to the define and define the section properties. So we have some frame sections over here. In some frame section we are importing some new things. We have steel structure, and I'm stealing using I section. So this is the database of my SAP. So from here I have to choose this section at profile. So it will give me a list of materials. It will give me a list of materials, So first my material is from here. I have picked the steel. So in steel I have to use here W6 by 12. So here are the W sections. Yeah, there. So here are the W sections. So I have to use W6 by 12. So I'm selecting it and then pressing OK. Just press OK over here. OK, and now press OK again. Now you have to go to define, and define we have some concrete deck, so that will be the area. So we have to define our area sections as well. So in our area section we can define shell, plan and air solid. So let me just define shell over here, and we have to bring some new section. So let's name this section as deck. Now we are assuming shell thin materials. Material is concrete of 4 KSI. Material angle will be 0. Material membrane thickness. So its thickness was given to us at 12 inches. So I'm taking it as 1 feet. While its bending will be 1 or 1. You can just change it or not. Let me take this as 1. Now press OK and OK. So now what the next thing? Next thing you have to define the load patterns. In load patterns you are using dead weight. Now I am to use some live load as well. This will be live, and now pressing add. I'm just doing this quickly because I have already shown in the previous lecture. So load combinations, I'm just automatically commenting for steel frame design, and as I have some concrete as well, so concrete designs are loaded also, and concrete designs combos are also included. So pressing OK now. Now defining, and everything is different from here, right? So now what? Now I have to draw the frame. So first I am going to this XZ mode, right? Here I am defining a frame through this command, quick draw frame. So just clicking on it, make sure you have selected 6 by 12 over here, because we are using this 6 by 12 in all of our steel. So this is my first steel, my second, my third one and fourth. Right now I have to introduce some braces in between it. So its braces should be pinned and W6 by 12. So I'm selecting this as a whole. So braces are selected, right? So now what to do? Just cancel it up, press select button, it will just automatically goes out. So now what I have to do, I have to transfer it to the other side. Look, here it is showing on the back side of the deck, on the back side of the truss. So I have to come it on the front side. So the one method is I have just to change the view from here, move down in the list, so it will come again. There is nothing, it moved to the front. And the next method is just moving to the back. The next method which I am going to show is this. Just select a hole, go to edit, go this replicate. Look, now this replicate just copies the whole thing as a whole like this up to your desired location. So I want to move in only y direction from here to here, not in x, not in z. So x and z will be 0, but in y direction I have to move 30. But I am moving in the backward directions, so it will be minus 30. So I have to number of data, I have to move just once from here to here. So just press OK, it moved out. So look, it just moved ahead. So that's how we draw our lateral side of the truss. Now I'm just moving to the top view. This is the top view. So look, this is definitely the top view. Now I have to draw some frames over here. So I'm just using the quick button as well, again W6 by 12, and this selecting as a whole, and then it automatically drew the whole. So the next thing is, now I can add braces over here, but first let me do something else. Just going to this, selecting this as a whole. So look, if I am adding braces over here, so what will we do? I have to replicate it to the down as well, under the deck. So we do not need braces under the deck. So if we need, then we can go through the braces as well. We can draw braces and then replicate it down. But as now we do not need any, braces, so we will go without braces onto this. Just select this for the whole, go to edit, go to replicate, and now this time we do not need to move in z is where y direction, we need to move in z direction but in opposite. So our height was 12, so I'm putting this minus and increment is 1. Minus is because we have to move down. Look, so it just moved down. Yes, no. So now what I have to do, I need to add braces in the top view of the top of the truss. So for that I'm just using this quick draw braces and selecting as a whole, it will directly draw this braces. So that's all from the braces points. So let me just move to again our standard mode. Now we have to select them as a whole by just selecting it, or just press this Ctrl A or this button. So now just go to edit and go to edit lines. Let me just not go to this. First let me go to assign, and in assign I should go to frame, and then I have to automatic frame mesh. I will have to press this. Now here it asks me that in intermediate joints I have to mesh the frame at intermediate joints, and I'm saying in that mesh it at the intersection with other frames and edges as well. So press OK over here. Look, it's just showing me yes, it is meshed with other members. We have all the hinges attached, but we have the hinges in the middle as well. But if here I am selecting this, a whole member is being selected. So I need to draw a hinge over here. While in this case, if I am selecting this, only this member is being selected. So now I need to separate this whole member into two. This one will be two, this one will be another one. So for that, I'm just going to select all these. Actually I do not need to select these because there will be no hinge in between them. So I'm just selecting these three exception of these two. Now when you selected them, go to edit, come down to the edit lines and then divide the frames. So I'm dividing it into two parts because one is the above part, one is the lower part. Okay. So now if you move it to the other part, so here it's not being, so I have to do this here as well. So the same process I am repeating, going to edit lines and divide frames and then pressing OK. So that's done. I have to introduce the braces at the top as well, but let's not do it right now. So now what I have to do, I have to apply the deck over the build. For that I'm just going to XY direction. So this is the top view. I'm just moving down to the slab, and here I'm just trying area element. So just selecting this, first you have to check this. This is deck. This is already been decked, so you do not need to add anyone else. So move it to the deck and then click over here at the first point and click on the second. Just press OK. Now you have to transfer it to the other two as well. For that I'm using again replicate command. Select this, move into this, replicate. Now this time I have to move in X direction. So in X direction, from here 0 0 to this we have 12 distance 12 feet, while we do not want it to move in Z direction, so 0. But this time we have two numbers, one number and two number over here. So I'm just selecting 2 over here, putting 2 over here and then pressing OK. So look, so now I have to see that all the three are added. So look, see, this is selected, selected, selected. So these red dotted squares, these red dotted rectangles are showing that the area command has been applied. So let me move into this window, move into this, just fill in objects. Okay, so look, the deck is all over there. Right, so now the next thing is I need to move up the, so my configuration of the truss is that this portion is sloped over here to the 15 feet and then sloped down here to the 12 feet. So for that, what will I have to do? I have to first go to select and into the select and then sort to coordinate specifications and then specified coordinate range. So look, here I have to select this region from 12 to 14. So in x coordinates limits, I have to select between two values, and I have to select between value of 12 feet to the value of 24 feet. That means the middle portion. And now y coordinates, in y coordinates I have to select this whole area in y direction. So I have to select it from 0 to 30 feet. I have to pick up 3 feet this whole area. And similarly at the y, now in z direction, sorry, in z direction we have only one point that has to be moved up. So I'm saying that move up, select those points which are at the 12 feet height and in between 0 to 30 feet in y direction and 12 to 24 feet in x direction. As soon as I'm pressing OK, so it selected this portion. Look, here it selected this whole portion. Now what you have to do to pick it up, for that you have to go to edit. From here you have to move it. Now in x direction you do not want to move it, I want to move it in only z direction, so I'm moving it in 3 feet because we have 12 plus 3 is equal to 15. So pressing OK, look, this has been raised up to the 3 feet. So actually our grid was here, but now it's been moved up. So let me remove the grid so it can be shown. So look, it has been picked up 3 feet above the 12 feet level. Fine. So if you look at the other view, so look, this has been picked up from this side as well. So what to do now? Let me just extrude this as well to get a better look. Alright, so now I have to assign the loads. Oh sorry, first I have to assign the supports as well. So I have to add a roller over here and a hinge over here. So go to assign, first select this point, go to assign and go to restraint. I have to give a roller over here, pressing OK and selecting this, assign and hinge over here. Right now what I have to do, I have to insert hinges at all these locations. Hinge means we do not need movement at that specific point. So for that I am just selecting it as a whole with control by pressing Ctrl A. So what I have to do now, I will go to assign and from here I will go to frame and then release or partial fixity. Pressing this, now I want to remove or release the moments 3 because 3 is the main direction, and I want to release these moments from here. So look, just applied the hinges all over the points where we needed. So this was in the front view. So if you look the top view, in the top view we have the same. Sorry, this was the bottom view. This is the top view. So in the top view, if I just do not extrude this, if I unextrude this, so look, all the junctions has been removed. Now what I have to do, I have to just keep it like this and just clear display of the sign. It will just clear the display for me. So if I move to the XC frame, so just pressing Ctrl A and to assign and just clear it. So the hinge are at their place. I have just removed its sign from here to avoid confusion. Now let me just extrude it again for you, so you can get the better look. So now what to do, I have to assign the loads. Actually one other thing, at the back side I do not introduce the sports. Look at here, on the front side the sports are here, so I need to add the sports over here. All the supports has been provided. So now what I had to do, I had to assign the loads. So live load is definitely on the deck, so I'm just moving to the top view. Now it is on the top view. I'm just going to the bottom. So this, select the deck and then assign. Go to the area because we have area load, and we go to the area loads, and then we have just uniform shell load over here. So the dead load is already picked up by itself here. I'm just giving its live load. So live load was 250 pounds per square foot. So let me just change it into pound feet. You can just write 0.25. So if I just change it into cube feet, it's just taken at 0.25. So replace the existing load and then pressing OK. Look, 0.25 is already placed in the direction of gravity. And so now what to do now? I'm just changing the mode. I have assigned the loads. Moving to this. Now I have to design this. So our requirement was design it through. So there is steel. So go to the preferences, and our requirement was design this through AIC SC ASD 89. So just select over here. Now pressing OK. Now it will analyze and design process with this whole thing. So now I'm going to analyze, setting the analysis option. So this is the 3D, but I would like to analyze it for with respect to plane frame, because 3D frame will be take, space frame will be take a lot of time, so it will be just quick. Pressing OK. Now going to hell analysis and run analysis. So I need to run it as a whole. Ask me to save the model first. So I'm just saving it with the name Truss. Pressing save. So it's being saved and it's been analyzed. So what to do if I just start the animation over there? So nothing is going to happen. Just stop it. It's not working. Now what to do? I have to go to this option, go to frames, and showing the axial force with respect to look. So this is the axial force have been developed. Let me just maximize this. Look, if I just moved it to the XY plane, look. So these are the these are the axial forces in the member. So what to do now? I have to just show the values over here, show values on the diagram, and then pressing OK. Look, so these are the values 20.3 and then 18 point this thing. So the frame is analyzed. So I guess that's all from now. See you next time with some next interesting lecture or tutorial. Thank you.